तो हम क्या बोल रहे हैं दैट हम इसमें ये डिस्कस कर रहे हैं दैट द सेम दैट इज व्हाट वी आर डिस्कसिंग हियर दैट कि जो रेजिडेंशियल स्टेटस है अंडर द फेमा 1999 कि जो भी रेजिडेंशियल स्टेटस है अंडर द फेमा एक्ट 1999 कि हमारा रेजिडेंशियल स्टेटस क्या होगा. जो डेफिनेशन है पर्सन इज सिमिलर हुए डेफिनेशन जो भी कंटेंट थी इन द इनकम टैक्स एक्ट 1961 में. जो टर्म पर्सन इट इंक्लूड्स एंटिटीज सच एज कंपनीज फर्म इंडिविजुअल एचयूएफ एओपी आरटीफी एजीपी इसमें एओपी एजीपी एज वेल एज ऑफिसेज एंड ब्रांचेस ये सारी चीजें आएंगी. उसके अलावा एजेंसी ऑफिसेज एंड ब्रांचेस डू नॉट हैव इंडिपेंडेंट स्टेटस सेपरेट फ्रॉम देयर ओनर्स yet these have been considered as a person under FEMA. Such offices and branches are included in the definition of person resident in India. Therefore, they have been included in the definition of person. The term person resident in India (PRI) means the following entities. I guess a person who resides in India for more than 182 days during the preceding financial year. The following person are not person resident in India even though they may have resided in India for more than 182 days. A person who has gone out of India or stay outside India for any three purpose given below. अगर कोई पर्सन जो है वो स्टे करता है आउटसाइड इंडिया और बाहर ही रहता है और ये तीन पर्पस करता है. अ पर्सन हु हैज कम टू और स्टे इन इंडिया अदरवाइज देन फॉर एनी ऑफ द थ्री पर्पस गिवन बिलो. थ्री पर्पसेस क्या है? फॉर ऑन टेकिंग अप द एम्प्लॉयमेंट फॉर कैरिंग ऑन अ बिजनेस और वेकेशन फॉर एनी अदर पर्पस इन सच सर्कमस्टेंसेस एज वुड इंडिकेट द स्टे फॉर एन अनसर्टेन period. Any person or body corporate registered or incorporated in India, an office, branch or agency in India owned or controlled by a person resident outside India, an office, branch or agency in India owned or controlled by a person resident in India. Person resident outside India means a person who is not resident in India. During the relevant previous year, did he reside in India for more than 182 days? क्या वो more than 182 days रहा है? क्या वो मोर देन पर्सन जो है मोर देन 182 डेज रहा है? क्या ये इन तीन पर्पस के लिए रहा है? एम्प्लॉयमेंट बिजनेस वेकेशन एंड एनी सच अदर पर्पस जिसका पीरियड अनसर्टेन एंड ऑल सच थिंग्स. उसके बाद हम बता रहे हैं क्या ड्यूरिंग द रेलेवेंट प्रीवियस ईयर डिड ही रिसाइड इन इंडिया फॉर मोर देन 182 डेज. क्या ये मोर देन 182 डेज रहा है? यस और नो. अगर वो मोर देन 182 डेज रहा है, अगर वो मोर देन 182 डेज से ज्यादा रहा है, डिड ही गो आउट और स्टे आउटसाइड इंडिया ड्यूरिंग द करंट ईयर. डिड ही गो क्या वो मोर देन 182 डेज रहा है? क्या वो मोर देन 182 डेज रहा है? डिड ही गो आउट और स्टे आउटसाइड इंडिया ड्यूरिंग द करंट ईयर. क्या वो बाहर गया है स्टे आउटसाइड इंडिया ड्यूरिंग द करंट ईयर? यस और नो. अगर उसका पर्पस है क्या वो बाहर गया है गो आउट और स्टे आउटसाइड इंडिया ड्यूरिंग द करंट ईयर. डिड ही गो आउट और स्टे आउटसाइड इंडिया ड्यूरिंग द करंट ईयर. डिड ही गो आउट और स्टे आउटसाइड इंडिया. क्या वो बाहर गया है? डिड ही गो आउट क्या वो बाहर गया है या फिर स्टे किया है उसने बाहर इंडिया ड्यूरिंग द करंट ईयर में? अगर यस तो क्या वो तीन पर्पस है? तीन पर्पस है तो वो हो जाएगा पी पर्सन रेजिडेंट आउटसाइड इंडिया. बट अगर वो तीन पर्पस नहीं है तो वो हो जाएगा पर्सन रेजिडेंट इन इंडिया. और सारी चीजें में नो है तो नो. डिड ही कम टू और स्टे इन इंडिया ड्यूरिंग द करंट ईयर. क्या वो फिर से आया है? यस. क्या वो तीन पर्पस के लिए आया है? अगर वो तीन पर्पस के लिए आया है तो यस पी आर डबल आई. अगर वो तीन पर्पस के लिए नहीं आया तो पी आर ओ आई. और अदर केस में अगेन नो. As the definition of person resident in India (PRII) and person resident outside India (PROI) are quite relevant for determining the applicability of the act on an entity, let us analyze and understand it in better way. In this case of individual to be considered as a resident, the person should have resided in India in the preceding financial year for more than 182 days. Citizenship is not the criteria for determining whether or not a person is resident in India. Citizenship जो है that the same is not the criteria. वो criteria नहीं है कि जिसमें वो determine कर पाए whether or not a person is resident in India. There are three limbs in the definition. The first limb describes the number of days stays. Then there are two limbs which are exception to the first limb. First limb बोलता है it is stated that a person who is in India for more than 180 days in the preceding year will be the person resident in India. Thus, at the threshold or basic level, one has to consider the period of stay during the preceding year. It states that a person who is in India for more than 182 days. अगर कोई person जो है वो more than 182 days है इंडिया में, अगर कोई भी person हम क्या बोल रहे हैं कि अगर कोई भी person जो है what will be the first limb? What will be the first limb? क्या होगा? It is stated that a person who is in India for more than 182 days in the preceding year will be the person resident in India. It is stated that a person who is in India for more than 182 days It states that a person who is in India, अगर कोई person जो है वो इंडिया में है for more than, if it states that a person who is in India for more than 182 days, it states that a person who is in India for more than, अगर कोई भी person जो है in India में more than 182 days in the preceding year will be a person resident in India, तो उसे हम मान लेंगे कि वो क्या है, वो person है resident in India में. Thus at the threshold or basic level one has to consider the period of stay during the preceding year. If a person resides in India for more than 182 days during the financial year 1819, then for the financial year 1920, the person will be in Indian resident for financial year 1819. One will have to consider the residence during the financial year 1718 and so on. तो हमें preceding year का देखना पड़ेगा. उसके बाद there are two exceptions है provided in clause A and B. Clause A is for the person going out of India. Clause B is for the person coming into India. Exception carve out situations that do not fall under the main body of the section even though they satisfy the criteria. This means that even if a person is an Indian resident based on the 10 provided in the first limb, the person will be a person resident outside India if he falls within the limb A or B. Clause A, second limb, it states that if a person lives in India in any of the three purpose visa, he will not be the person resident in India, he will be the PR or person resident outside India. हमने ये देखा है in the second limb three purpose we have saw, अगर वो तीन पर्पस हो जाते हैं तो वो पर्सन रेजिडेंट आउटसाइड इंडिया हो जाएगा. उसके बाद there's an example given for the first limb above. If a person leaves India on 1st November, he will be known resident from 2nd November even though his number of days in India was more than 182 days in the financial year. Similarly, if a person goes and stays out of India for carrying on any business, he will be the person resident outside India from that date. For financial year 1920, the person will be the person resident in India till 1st November. He will then be the person resident outside India from 1st April. This the person will continue to be the person resident outside India as long as he stay out of India for employment. An example for clause 3 can be the person who has a green card in the USA. The green card entity is a person to stay in the USA and eventually become a US citizen. If a person goes abroad and starts staying in the USA, he will be the known resident from that date, as his stay abroad indicate that he is going to stay there for an uncertain period. Clause B, third limb. This is a complex clause as a first limb read with third limb has two exceptions. Limb 1 uses the phrase but does not include. Third limb uses the phrase otherwise, then use of two exceptions make it complex reading. It states that if a person has come to India for any reason otherwise than for employment, business or circumstances which indicate his intention to stay for an uncertain period, he will be a known resident. This will be so even if the person has stayed in India for more than 182 days in the preceding year. If a person comes to India on 1st June 2019 for visiting his parent, however his parent falls sick and stay till 31st March 2020, thereafter he continued to stay in India. It is however certain that he will leave India in next 6 months when his parent recover. His stay in India is neither for employment nor business or for circumstances which shows that he will stay in India for an uncertain period. In such cases, even he has resided in India for more than 182 days, he will continue to be the known resident from 1st April 20. Also, in a financial year 1920, he is of course a person resident outside India as he did not reside in India for more than 182 days in the financial year. If a person comes to India on 1st June 2019 for employment, business and circumstances which indicate his intention to stay in India for an uncertain, he will be the. अगर वो इन तीन पर्पस के लिए आता बाहर से तो हम मान लेते कि वो person resident in India है. Residential status is not for a year, it is from a particular date. This is different from income tax law. Under income tax, a person has to pay tax in respect of income for the previous year. Therefore, it is possible to look at a complete year for determining the residential status under the Income Tax Act. It is possible to look at a complete year for determining the residential status under the Income Tax Act 1961. FEMA is regulatory law. One has to know the person's status at the time of undertaking. God. Transaction. If, for example, a person comes to India for employment, if his status can be known only when the year is completed, how will he and other people enter into commercial transaction with each other? If he is considered as a person resident outside India till the year is over, then the people will not be able to enter into transaction with him. This is the reason why the residential status is not for a year but from a particular date. It is understood that this condition apply only to individual. It will not apply to the HUF, AOP. This it is understood that this condition, ये जो condition है, that the same will only apply to whom? This will be apply only to the individuals. That this condition applies only to individuals, सिर्फ और सिर्फ individual पे ही apply होती है. It will not apply to HUF, AOP, artificial juridical person as they cannot get employed, cannot go out of India or come to India, hence they do not come within the ambit of the second and third links. क्योंकि ये सिर्फ इंडिविजुअल पे अप्लाई होगी. HUF, AOP, AGP, आर्टिफिशियल जुरिडिकल पर्सन एज दे कैन नॉट गेट, उनको एम्प्लॉयमेंट नहीं मिलेगा, वो इंडिया से बाहर नहीं जाएंगे, इंडिया नहीं आएंगे, हैंस दे डू नॉट रिक्वायर्ड विद इन. तो ये सारी चीजें इन पे नहीं लगेगी. This entity like HUF and AOP are not required to be registered or incorporated like corporate entities, or nor the definition can be far stretched to cover by applying the criteria of owned or controlled. Hence, legally, the definition for HUF, AOP, BOI fail. Practically, if the HUF, AOP are in India, they will be considered as Indian resident. अगर वो इंडिया में है तो they will be considered as Indian resident. उसके बाद हमारा आता है that the next come, that is a person or body corporate. Person और body corporate, इसमें क्या बोला जा रहा है? What all things will be covered under the person or body corporate? Any person or body corporate registered or incorporated in India will be considered as the person resident in India. This definition too does not apply to AOP, BOI, etc. Office, branch or agency, any agency, branch or agency outside India but owned or controlled by the person resident in India will be considered as a person resident in India. Thus, one cannot set up a branch outside India and attempt to avoid the FEMA provisions. Any agency, branch or agency in India but owned or controlled by a person resident outside India will be considered as a person resident in India. This is relevant as Indian resident can deal with such a branch in India without considering the FEMA. If such a branch is considered as a person resident outside India, then it will be difficult to undertake the several transactions. उसके बाद आता है हमारा Mr. X has resided in India during the financial year 1920 for less than 182 days. He had to come to India on April 1, 2020 for carrying on business. He intended to leave the business on April 30, 2021 and leave India on this. Yeah, no, but not exactly what we can do, Literally बहुत बड़ा है. It's not practically possible currently for me to continue. Alright, so this chapter we have recorded only till now. Let's see whether we will record the same or not. Otherwise, we need to read it individually.